It's no secret that the recent span of the Phoenix Suns has been one of the most disappointing stints in NBA history. Ever from trading Chris Paul for Bradley Beal, trading the Twins for Kevin Durant, and letting DeAndre Ayton rightfully go in free agency, the last few years haven't been magical. They haven't been fun. There's been slight championship expectations and generational disappointment. As a diehard fan, I've been cursed to watch this team my whole life, so for 30 and 30, let's dive into the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix basketball might actually be fun again. Half the roster is new, another new coach. Gone is Bradley Beal and his miserable contract, as well as Kevin Durant. In places is a slew of new, young players with potential upside. Make no mistake, Phoenix is not a competitor. They are not this championship level team, especially not in this Western Conference. But just maybe, Phoenix is fun to watch again, which after the last few years is just as important, because that also builds culture. As a fan, there actually feels like some optimism, not cope. Don't get me wrong, as Phoenix doesn't control any of their draft picks, they have one of, if not the worst futures in the NBA. But as far as the current roster and the on-the-court product this season, I actually kind of like them. Devin Booker is of course Devin Booker, the only player in the league last year to be top 10 in both points and assists. He's been Phoenix's loyal star for over a decade, and with his newest contract extension, that doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. Going alongside him, and apparently set to play the point guard position, is Jalen Green. Green is a bit polarizing. He is loved by Houston Rockets fans, both for what he's done on and off the court, and last year he averaged 21, 4, and 3 while playing 82 games and having a career high in his three-point efficiency. However, he followed it up with the worst possible playoff performance against the Warriors. Green is a younger star, just now turning 23 years old, and that gives Suns fans optimism for the future. Is he a high star level player with the potential of breaking out, or is he a player that can give you 20 on most nights and that's it? Also with new faces is the center position. Nick Richards and Oso Ighodaro, two solid centers in their own regards, remain, but joining them includes Mark Williams and Kaman Maluak. Oso didn't play much in his rookie season, but when he did, he gave high energy minutes and efficient offense with his athleticism, but there is more to be improved for the power forward in season 2. Nick Richards is still on the roster, but in the 36 games he played for Phoenix, he averaged 9 points and 8 rebounds while shooting 60% from the field and playing just 22 minutes per game. And another former Hornet, Mark Williams, is not a Laker, but he is a Sun. In the 44 games he played last season, he averaged 15 points, 10 rebounds, and shot 60% from the field. And in the draft, somewhat surprisingly given their other moves, the Suns drafted Kaman Maluak. Maluak is one of the best defenders in this draft, but he is also a high-flying, hyper-athletic lob threat at 7'2". For years, Phoenix's centers have disappointed, but now Phoenix suddenly has a crowded center room. But regardless of who is out there, regardless of what injuries occur, the Suns should actually have positive minutes from the starting big man. With Devin Booker playing his ideal position of the shooting guard, I like those things. And don't forget Bol Bol, who is hopefully still going to get minutes this season. And there are a few returning players worth looking out for. Colin Gillespie virtually came out of nowhere to even start 9 games, and he helped the team with a franchise record comeback. Ryan Dunn had a great rookie season, being an elite defender and a surprisingly good offensive player. He's someone who could be in position to take a step offensively while giving the Suns a defensive identity. And the other part of the Kevin Durant trade, Dillon Brooks, we cannot forget him. Brooks gives you 14 points per game while shooting 40% from 3. Meanwhile, Dylan the Villain is also giving you elite defense, leadership, and toughness. Phoenix was a bottom 3 defensive team last season. They need the wing duo of Dillon Brooks and Ryan Dunn. Not only is this going to slow down offenses, but it's going to give Phoenix a much improved culture. Something that's underrated, but something that a lot of teams struggle with, especially with roster turnover and disappointing championship ambitions. Those are probably most of the major players in Phoenix. They did have quite a few free agents, however I wouldn't consider them being major needle movers, that being Jared Butler, Jordan Goodwin, and Nigel Hayes-Davis. For better or worse, Phoenix has a new roster. They brought in 6 new players with a new head coach, and despite things in Phoenix being a revolving door for the last few years, I actually feel optimistic. Not to win the finals, but to build a culture, but to give an entertaining product. Phoenix isn't the major free agency destination other teams are. They don't have the draft picks to rely on for the future. Instead, it's what they can do with their freed up salary cap and the roster they have right now. Instead of the dread and disappointment that Beal, Booker, and Durant has given us the last few years, we can look forward to new additions, young talent, and of course, Devin Booker ready to prove that he is still the best shooting guard in the NBA. This has been 30 Teams in 30 Days. If you liked the video, you know what to do, and I will catch you all next time.